Alright. Okay, kita pergi siapa pun masuk ni? Isyau. Okay, kenapa Isyau suka pakai akaun orang lain? Alright, kita pergi siapa yang baru masuk, okay, open buka Google Classroom yang activity 5.3 yang ni. Okay, activity 5.3 covalent bond on 10 days ago. Okay. Deadline bila tu? Deadline pun sepatutnya around a week. Dah seminggu. Last week. Okay, kita akan discuss ni dulu, this question. There are 3 question untuk objective. Okay, this is 5.3. Alright, number 1. Table below shows an electron arrangement for atoms J, K, L, and M. Okay, cikgu dah record. Alright. Okay, so soalan dia tanya, which of the following pairs of atoms can form a compound through sharing of electrons? Okay, mana answer dia?
B.
B or D? A, B, C, D,
Boy.
F. Okay, Anas, why A? Kenapa A? Okay, hari ni everyone tu, siapa yang bagi tahu answer tu, you need to ni lah bagi tahu the reason. Jangan main teka je. Okay. So, Anas, kenapa A? Boleh tulis dekat chat. Ada tak Anas ni? Ke Anas tertekan A je? Ada. Okay. Kenapa jawapan dia, kenapa jawapan Anas letak A? Wait. Okay, anyone? Do you have a different answer from A?
Teacher, I got B.
Okay, why B?
Because I see 2.1 can have one electron to 2.8.7.
K and M. Okay, read the answer. Read the answer pula. Read the questions. The first question they ask for, mana dia? Sharing of electrons. So, sharing of electrons. What kind of bond? The file is not uploaded. What kind of bond it is for sharing? Covalent. Okay, so covalent must be between apa? Non-metals. Okay, so based on the electron arrangement, how do we find the we know that the electrons, the atoms are non-metal. Okay, mana dia? Okay, so this is for main group only. Okay, main group only. Transition metal different. Okay, if the electron arrangement, dia punya valence electron is less, tak nak less, silap. Is greater and equal than 4. Okay, if dia punya valence electron is greater and equal than 4, it must be non-metals. Okay, for the punya valence electrons. This is for main group only. Group 1, 2, 3, 14 until 18. So for example lah, kalau kita tengok in group 1. Tapi but you need to know lah. Untuk hydrogen and helium yang tu exception dia. Because hydrogen, dia punya valence electron is 1, only 1. But I say that greater and equal than 4 must be non-metal. But hydrogen is non-metals. Satu lagi, helium. Dia punya valence electron is 2. So, it is, I say that greater and equal than 4 must be non-metals. But helium is gas, non-metal. So, the exception is helium and hydrogen. But other, But other elements in the main group, okay, the main group tu means, group ni lah, group 1, group 2, group 13 until group 18. Transition metal ni kita tak nak kisahkan. Kita tak nak tengok pun lagi. Okay, but kalau in group 1, group 2, group 13, okay, if the valence electron is greater and equal than 4, maksud dia besar, atau maksudnya besar ataupun 4 ataupun lebih daripada 4, it must be non-metals. For example, carbon. Carbon 4, silicon 4, valence electrons, okay, valence electron 4, okay, apa lagi? Phosphorus 5, sulfur 6, chlorine 7, argon 8. Okay, but kalau ni untuk 4 ni mostly sampai germanium ni actually is a semi metal, okay. But kalau kat dekat bawah ni, tin lead ni kita tak kisahkan lah, okay. Ni kita jangan kisahkan. We just need to know the rules is actually for group 1, group 2, group 3 ni semua satisfy for that kind of metals tu. But for non-metal tu basically period 3 lah. Okay, anti period, because tin ni adalah metal. Okay, timah kita panggil, bukan nama dia Fatimah. It is timah dalam bahasa Melayu. Alright. So remember this, okay, for the first 20 elements, if the number of valence electron is greater than 4, it is non-metals, except H, H and He. Sekejap, cikgu nak balik mesej Afzan. Sekejap. Alright. Okay, so the question asks, sharing. Sharing must be non-metals. So J ni, remember, greater and equal than 4, this is non-metal. Okay, 1 ni, this is group 1. 2, 1, this is probably lithium. So this is metals. Ni 282. It is metals juga, group 2. So the 287, non-metal. So the answer should be J and M, which is A. This is the answer. Okay, that's why Ishau ataupun anyone, when you read the questions before you answer the question, okay, underline dulu, tandakan. Okay, apa yang soalan tu nak? In this question, they ask for can form a compound through sharing of electrons. Share electrons, okay? So jangan nak laju je, okay? Laju dan tepat.
But teacher,
Hmm?
if they share electrons, shouldn't they be like one give one and another give one?
No, share means they share lah. Like okay, kalau another give, another take, two is transfer. Okay, you have 1 electrons. Okay, I have extra 1 electrons and you, Yishao, needs 1 electrons more. So I give you 1. Permanent, I give you 1. You cannot return it to me back. But if we both need to share 1 electron, so we share lah that 1 electrons too.
No, I mean that like one
Hmm?
and one, and then like I need three more, but the other one needs one more.
Okay, that's like sulfur SO3. Nanti kita tengok that question 3 tu. I show you how they share tu.
But this J and M also like the J need four more while the M needs one more.
Okay, the formula will be JM4, something like that. Or JM4, something like that lah. Nanti kita akan tengok how to draw the formula. Okay, how to share. Okay, jom kita tengok. So kita pergi teruslah dekat sini. So most of you confused dengan structure. Okay, JM4. Okay. Okay, the question kita ada J, dia punya electron arrangement is 2.4 and kita ada M which is 2.8.7 which is a chlorine. So how do they share the electrons? Okay, kita tulis dulu J, the Lewis structure, they have only 4 electrons, valence electrons, okay, while M ni have 7. I draw in ada colours lah, senang nak nampak lagi. Mana pemadam? Mana pemadam? Oh, okay. M, they have 7. So how, macam mana dia nak dapat to share that electrons is, okay, this is real life, kita panggil sebagai carbon tetrachloride lah. Okay, dia punya ni, CCl4. So how do they share the electrons? Okay, nak tahu yang mana di tengah ataupun yang mana di luar, the center of the, kita tengok the electronegativity. Kalau dia lagi positif, means it can donates electron. Bukan, actually bukan di donates. Okay, we have a Pauling scale. Fluorine paling tinggi which is 4.0, while chlorine ni rendah sikit. Carbon ni lagi rendah, so carbon ni will be at the center. Okay, so kita lukis balik J. Remember they have 4 electrons, 4 valence electrons. So how do they share? Remember, M ni needs one more electron to become octet. So dia nak je satu je daripada J ni. While J ni needs another 4 electrons. Okay, so kalau ionic senang lah. Kalau ionic, no. Ionic they can apa ni lah, transfer ke ataupun donates. Okay, but for sharing, macam mana dia nak share? Okay, cikgu lukis dulu. Because J ni needs 4 more electrons. So apa yang akan jadi ialah, okay, 4 electrons. So it needs, tengok pula ke M. Okay, macam tu M. So we will have 4M and 1J. Oh. Okay, can you see it? Kenapa jadi macam tu? Because they are sharing electrons. Share. So they share 2 electrons. Actually, 2 electrons lah. This is a single bond. Semua single bond dekat sini. Boleh juga jadi ni. Boleh tak dia jadi double bond? Tak boleh. Okay, that's dia punya structure. So, J ni, dia carbon, they have 4 valence electrons. Satu, yang merah ni, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, in order for J to achieve 8 electrons, okay, octet, they must share lah, bukan receive another 4 electrons. Dia kena cari 4 lagi electrons. So, dia bukan nak take it permanently. They want to share it. So, apa akan jadi adalah kita just calculate the amount of valence electron for J. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, it already achieve octet rule. Okay, how about chlorine pula, yang M ni? Okay, M tu is already only have 7 valence electron. So, it needs one more. Bukan it needs permanent lah. It need to share one more electrons to become octet. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 di share. Kalau permanently macam contohnya NaCl. Okay, NaCl. Silap. Okay, Na kan, Na kan ada 1, while Cl have 7. Okay, macam tu. So kalau permanently, Na ni akan transfer to Cl. So we get lah 8 kat situ. Jadi ion. But for this, since they are share, tak ada charge lah. Dia just ada a little bit of, kita panggil sebagai delta plus dekat sini. Dia punya polar lah. Ni delta plus, ni delta minus. Macam tu. But you tak perlu tahu pun actually dia punya polarity tu lagi. 4M atom share with 1J atom. Yes. 4M atom will share with apa tu? 1J atom. So the formula will be, kita tulis dulu yang the most electropositive. Okay, so akan jadi JM4. This is dia punya formula. Okay, boleh tak faham? Ke you need more explanation? Why it become like that?
Teacher, I get where they share single bonds, but the place where I don't get is the minus thingy, the minus plus thingy.
No, tak payah tahu pun actually. Okay, so how do you know? Bukan how you know. Macam mana nak tahu which one is at in the middle, or actually if you want to know which atom yang dekat tengah ni, okay, kenapa bukan M tu dekat tengah, kenapa J dekat tengah? Okay, so kita tengok kepada Pauling scale. Okay, Pauling scale of electronegativity. Sekejap. Okay. Okay, this is a Pauling scale of electronegativity. The most electronegative adalah fluorine, which is at 4.0. Paling tinggi 4.0. Okay. Tadi kita ada J tu adalah carbon, while M tu adalah Cl. So Cl 3.0, C ni pula adalah 2.5. So C ni adalah more electropositive than Cl. So C tu akan berada di tengah, C will be at the center, and then Cl tu akan berada di luar dia lah. Okay. So this is actually how to determine lah for structure for covalent compound. Kita tengok dia punya Pauling scale ni.
No, teacher. For the like electron thingy, the electronegativity, what does it affect?
It affects lah electronegativity is just how well the atom, bukan how well lah, how able is the atom is to receive an electron. The more electronegative, the more easier for it to receive electron.
But like electronegativity isn't it increased by the number of imbalance between electron and proton?
No, it has been calculated. Dia ada something formula Pauling scale. You need to carilah Pauling scale. Read it. Pauling scale. Okay, Pauling ni is a scientist. He has a very interesting macam nak cakap ah. It's really interesting lah. Okay, he's chemist. Okay, ni a little bit about Pauling, bukan Pauling scale. But dia suka memandai-mandai about biology. Okay, so he had cancer. Okay, dia ada cancer. And then dia promote, dia just katalah dia dapat macam mana nak cakap lah. Dia buatlah something to rawat dia punya cancer, which is vitamin C overdose, mega dose. Means setiap hari dia makan vitamin C beribu-ribu miligram. But our body, vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin. So kalau makan banyak vitamin C, it just become urine lah. Just expensive urine. Okay. So what happen adalah bila dia makan mega dose tu, dia ingat boleh cure dia punya cancer lah. Unfortunately, he die of cancer juga. Dia tak nak terima that kind of chemotherapy or radiotherapy. Okay, Google lah about Pauling ni. Okay, Pauling. Apa nama dia? Julius Pauling, I guess. Dia menang Nobel Prize. Linus Pauling. Okay, Linus Pauling. Nama dia. Okay, so this is just lah dia punya the structure of the dia panggil apa, JM4 tu. Okay, let's continue for question 2. Okay, question 2. In the formation of covalent bond, the atoms of the elements involved. Apa yang dia buat? Okay, question 2.
Share electron.
Share lah. Okay, soalan 1 tu dia dah bagi dah dia punya answer. So the question 2 adalah, the answer will be, mana dia my pen? Share electrons. Okay, share. Accept, donate, exchange ni, it is for ionic. They are the same je. So kalau accept electrons, okay, accept electrons, what is the name of the ion? Kalau dia accept electrons, what is the name of the ion? Hmm. Okay, pergi balik group Telegram. Okay, tengok balik dekat sini. Ni lah cikgu dah post, tak nak tengok. Sekejap. Mana dia? Mana dia? Sekejap. Alright, this one. Okay, kalau positif, okay, positif, bukan positif COVID, positif, the ion is positive, kita panggil sebagai cation ion, means, okay, dia accept, accept pula, dia donates electron. Okay, so kalau dia apa? Kalau dia negatif, baru kita panggil sebagai anion. Okay, so you need to know lah dia punya difference between cation and anion tu. That's why I said, if you tengok cation, perkataan cation ni, okay, ada bentuk T ni, which is almost the same as bentuk positif ataupun bentuk tambah tu. Okay, so it means they are positive ion. They donates electrons. So what happen pula? So kalau dah tahu cation tu, you can know lah that yang mana dia? Okay, untuk an ion ni, it will accept electron. Cikgu dah confused. Okay, I ask for accepts. Okay, A tu probably betul lah. Semua cakap anion. Accept electron will be anion. Kalau dia donates electron, it must be cation. Okay. Kalau exchange electrons,
I don't know what is that.
ionic bond lah. Okay, ionic bond. So kalau you share electrons pula. Kalau the atom share electrons, they are covalent compound. Okay, kalau they apa tu? Exchange tu masuk bertukar ataupun transfer. Transfer. Tu kita panggil sebagai ionic bond. So you need to know lah dia punya terminologi tu.
But teacher, isn't exchange meaning that is donate and accept?
Yes lah. Means
Well,
you have cation and anion. They exchange electrons. Okay, cation donates electrons to anion. Okay, and anion accept electron from cation. So itulah. What happened to my computer? Kenapa?
then why put all of it in the same place?
Because accept electrons, okay, to specific for anion. Donate electrons is specific for cation. Okay, while ionic bond is the transfer of electrons or the exchange of electrons. That's the difference. So don't confuse with the terms though. Sekejap. Okay, soalan 3. Sekejap, mana dia? Okay, diagram below shows an electron arrangement for atoms K and L. So, which pairs is correct? Mana satu ni? They have, K ni ada 1, 2, 3, 4 valence electron and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 valence electron untuk L.
Teacher, if I'm not wrong, is this for the Lewis structure? Is it supposed to be K in the middle and L on the outside?
Yes lah.
Oh,
This is the same example as question 1. That's why I said I show you later in question 3. But you want to know for the question 1, dia sama je. So number 3 ni is the same bukan same ni, same element for question 3 and question 1.
that needs to be
So it must be apa? I already show dia punya chemical formula tadi. So what it is? A, B, C, D.
BB.
Okay, so B lah. Okay. So yeah, ada B or D because they are covalent. So B. Because tadi tu cikgu dah tunjuk macam ni. Yang ni. Okay, KL4. They share electrons. Okay, number 3 adalah B. Okay, so number 1. Describe how covalent bond is formed. Soalan ni selalunya 1 mark saja. So, how do you get 1 mark tu?
To Z. Wait.
It can be 2 or 1 mark. Tersilap buka lah pula.
Wait.
Okay, this one.
Two atoms sharing electrons to achieve
Yeah, it's
an
not
object.
actually 2 atoms. Okay, just tengok yang tadi tu. G and M ni. Does they only have 2 atoms?
Atoms sharing electrons to achieve duplet and octet rule.
Okay, tu kalau 1 marks. Kalau 2 marks,
2 marks is yes answer.
is a yes answer. Like that. Yes answer. 2 marks. Okay, so kita tengok what points that you need to have. Okay. Okay, the first point. Okay. Actually, not sure actually whether it is 1 or 2 marks. But secara jawapan yang lengkap adalah non-metal atoms. Okay, non-metal atoms. Non-metals. Atom. Share apa? Valence electrons. Share valence electrons. Okay, share valence electrons to achieve stable electron enrichment. Macam tu. So must be non-metals atom. Share valence electron to achieve stable electron enrichment. So stable electron enrichment tu it can either be octet ataupun duplet lah. Alright. And then kalau tak ada valence pun tak apa juga. But kalau you share bagi tahu valence tu specific lah because ionic bond ni okay for intramolecular bond it always involve valence electrons sebab dia ada kaitan dengan chemical properties. Okay, number 2. 3 types of covalent bonds. Briefly explain each of the bonds. So how single bond ni terjadi?
Two electron.
2 electrons. They share a pair of electrons. Jangan 2 you need a pair lah. Okay, they share a pair of electrons. But satu lagi perkataan. Apa yang share, siapa yang share tu? Apa yang share tu? You know they share electrons. Okay, a pair of electron. But apa yang share tu? Atoms, okay. Bukan atom, unit lah. Between two atoms lah. Selalunya between two atoms. Tak adalah tiga. Okay. So, bukan the correct answer lah. Semua tu dah, yang tulis tu dah betul lah. But secara lengkap dia adalah, okay. A pair of electron. Tapi boleh juga macam Isha cakap two electrons. Okay. Is shared between two atoms. Must be a pair of electrons between two atoms. Kalau double bond, a pair of electron lah, bukan a pair of electrons. A pair of scissors, a pair of scissors. Cikgu tak tahulah dia punya kena ada electrons. Okay, how about double bond? Okay, yes punya answer single bond dah. Okay, macam tu pun boleh. Okay, kalau macam cikgu punya tulis ni pun okay juga. A pair of electrons is shared between two atoms. Okay, how about double bond? Tadi you already know single bond ni a pair of electrons. How about double bond?
Two pairs of electron is shared between
Between apa?
between two atoms.
Between two atoms juga. Okay, two pair of electrons is shared between two atoms. Okay, just ubah lah. Okay, just tambah two pair. Oops. Electrons is shared between two atoms. Okay, how about triple bond? How about triple bond?
Six, wait.
Six pairs of electrons is shared between
No, no, no. Three electrons.
three pair.
Three pairs of electrons.
Three pair of electrons. Okay, kalau dah ada two pair ni kena ada S lah. Okay. Two pairs. The last one adalah three pairs. Three pairs of electron is A lah. Apa? Kenapa? Nak ada A lah. Okay. Shared between two atoms. Okay, ni. Kita tak kisah pun. Apa? Grammatical tak kisah pun. But since you already learn English, kena tulis dalam betul lah. Okay. Okay, match each compound to the respective covalent bond. Macam mana ni? So based on this, okay, tak boleh tahu tau. Based on dia punya 2, 3 tu, you cannot know dia punya whether it's a double bond or single bond or triple bond. You need to draw it and then you need to know dia punya valence electrons, okay? And then you need to know how many electrons that the atom needs to become stable. Then baru boleh tahu whether it's a double or single. Okay, kita pergi ikut dulu ke single bond. Okay, mana single bond? Okay, siapa yang boleh buat single bond?
Hydrogen.
Okay. Hydrogen apa? You need to hydrogen apa? Hydrogen apa?
Two hydrogens.
This hydrogen gas lah, H2. Okay, H2 means hydrogen gas. Okay, next.
I don't need hydrogen still.
You need to know between hydrogen. Okay, so if you say hydrogen, whether it's hydrogen atoms or hydrogen gas, because hydrogen atom is only H. Okay, but if hydrogen gas ataupun hydrogen molecules, it is H2. So that is the difference.
Okay.
Okay, next. Apa lagi? Single bond.
For F, is it fluorine?
Okay, why?
Wait, no, I mean F, is it fluorine?
Okay, yes. F is fluorine. Fluorine.
Then it is single bond.
Why?
Which group is it again?
Hmm?
Yeah, I forgot which group is in.
Okay, which group it is?
Which group?
For F.
7.
Is it 7?
No, where is it 7?
Which group is F?
F group. F electron.
F17, they are, kita tak belajar group 7. Group 7 is only for transition elements. Okay, so what happened in group
Oh, group
17?
17.
Okay, so what happened in group 17?
They need one more electron.
Okay, so
So they need one more electron.
sorry, I need one more. So. Okay, ni remember covalent bond for the single element. Okay, for the same element, not the single element. For the same element, for single bond, either hydrogen or for all elements in group 17. Okay, so kita buat dulu yang the same element dulu. Okay, yang the different element tu nanti kita buat. Okay, next adalah F2. Okay, so dah siap lah. H2 kita delete, F2 delete. So how about double bond? Okay, double bond. Yang mana pula? Okay, double bond must be group berapa? Cikgu tunjuk benda lain. Sekejap, sini. Okay, ni H2 and F2, kemudian double bond pula. Okay, which element? Which
Oxygen.
stop.
Oxygen.
Sorry, which molecules? Okay. So tadi group 1, group 1 pula. For single bond, okay, it is either group 17 or hydrogen. Okay, so untuk double bond, O2 lah, oxygen, because it is in group 16. Okay, remember yang cikgu dah tunjuk dekat sini. Ni berapa week yang lepas, 2 weeks ago kot. Double bond, okay, it is for group 16 only. Untuk yang the same elements. Okay, oxygen ni. And then for triple bond, it is group 15. Ni kalau the same element. So kalau dekat sini, triple bond yang mana pula? Ada ke tak semua orang ni? Raise hand.
Wait, I asking. Wait, I thought there's so much. I thought single got one more.
Hmm?
I think single got one more.
No, we do the same element first.
Oh,
We do the same element first because it's easier to do that. Okay, O2 dah delete. Okay, how about triple bond?
N2.
N2. Alright, kita dah settlekan semua the same element. So, yang ni yang different element pula. Okay, so single bond apa lagi yang boleh? Single bond. Okay, kita buat satu-satu. CH4. Okay, CH4. Okay, how many valence electrons C ada? How many valence electron that C have?
Number 6.
6?
Yeah, 6. It got 6 electrons.
6 electron. Carbon. 2, 4. So 4 valence electron. I asked for valence electron, not the total number of electrons. Okay, valence electron. Okay, so carbon should have 4 valence electrons. Okay, 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Then H, how many valence electron that H has? H ada berapa? 1, only 1. So, okay, H ada 1. Mana dia? H cuma ada 1. So, how many electrons that H needs to become stable and how many electrons that C needs to become stable? Okay, H nak stable, dia kena ada berapa lagi elektron? H1, C needs 4. Okay, so kita buat yang H. So, H ada 1. Buat kali lain, H. Okay. So, it already complete. So, macam ni lah dia. CH4. Semua adalah single bond. Ni semua single bond. Because they share only one pair of electrons. So, untuk single bond, another one is CH4. CH4 dah settle. So, ada lagi CO2, C2H2, C2H6 dan CO. So, double bond. Next pula. Okay, kalau CH4 ni adalah single bond. Okay, how about C2H2? C2H2.
Is it
Okay, try draw. Try draw dia punya tu. Kita pakai CH2 je. Okay, C2H2. Okay, you have C. Okay, C. C2H2. Okay. So, dia ada kat sini satu. Macam tu, C dia. Betul ke macam ni? So, okay, tak ada. Kita tak nak buat macam tu dulu. Mana pemadam? Mana dia?
teacher, shouldn't it be C2H4?
Okay, C2H4 is for single bond.
No,
C2H2.
I mean C2H8 because it every C needs two
That's for that's for single bond. C2H8. Okay? Because remember dia punya empirical formula is CH4. Okay, CH4. So kalau you do the ni CH4 and then put N macam ni. So N tu a whole number. So C2H8, C3H 4 darab 3 apa? 12. Semua adalah single bond. Kalau C2H2, tak nak C2H2 kita buat C2H6. C2H6. 2H6. Dia akan jadi macam mana? Okay, C2H6.
But I thought that C2H6 is also single bond.
Okay, that's why kita kena draw dulu. Is it a single bond or not? Okay. So, C, they have 4 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. C2H6. Sekejap. C2H8. Okay, C2H6. This is wrong kot, this question. Sekejap. Let me check. Yeah, C2H6 should be ni lah. Should be sekejap. Single bond. Okay, C2H6 is single bond. Because kalau kita tengok dekat sini, okay, this is 1, 2, 3. Sini pun ada 1 juga. Okay, they already share lah. Dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kalau C2H8, boleh ke H8? No, cannot. C2H8 cannot. tak boleh ada C2H8. Okay, so dekat sini satu lagi adalah C2H6. They are different actually ni. Bukan sama dalam group. C2H6 ni, this is alkane. So, they are C2 mengapa? Ethane. Okay, CH4 ni lain. CH4 ni adalah probably methane kot. Yes, methane. Okay, C2H6. Okay, kita ada alkane, alkyne. No, alkaline no. Alkaline bukan. Alkaline is alkaline lah. So, kita ada alkane. Alkane for single bond. Okay, and then alkene for double bond. And satu lagi ni, susah nak sebut. Silap tulis. Laju sangat. ALKYNE. This is for triple bond. So C2H6 is single bond. Okay. How about CO2?
Wait, is alkene and LYB, is it what they call particles, new particles?
No, they are compound. They are covalent compound. Carbon compound.
They are types of compound.
Yes.
Only carbon.
This is actually called as carbon compound. In carbon, they have functional groups. Okay, yes, betul. CO2, they have functional groups. So kalau alkohol, okay. And then people orang cakap, oh, dalam minyak wangi ada alkohol. So haram. Memabukkan. Does it mean dia memabukkan when you use alkohol punya minyak wangi? Sama juga if you use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer pun ada alkohol. Adakah dia memabukkan? No. Kalau minum tu probably tak mabuk lah. You die lah. Okay. Dies. Okay. Dia alcohol is a functional group. OH. Okay. Itu alkohol. And then dia punya function dia, fungsi alkohol adalah tu ni lah. Bunuh bakteria ke, apa untuk mabuk ke. Okay. Depends on that tu lah. Okay.
But teacher, for alkyne, only for carbon, right?
Yeah, this is for carbon compound. Double bond, triple bond. But okay, for example lah. Triple bond pun boleh juga for nitrogen tadi tu kan. So dia bukanlah dipanggil sebagai alkyne apa tu. This is just for carbon compound only. Alkyne, alkene. That's the name. Tapi untuk oxygen, CO2 tu, okay, CO2 tu, there are no names lah. Functional groups tu. CO2 is just carbon dioxide. Okay, and then last one. Kita ada C2H2. How about C2H2? C2H2. Macam mana C2H2?
Triple.
C2H2. Okay, so kita buat C H. Only 2 H yang dia silap buat lah. Okay. H. Okay. So ni dah satisfy dia punya electron. Okay. Hydrogen dah satisfy. But yang ni belum lagi for carbon. They have 3 extra. Kan. So apa akan jadi adalah they will share triple bond lah. So this triple bond. So dia punya formula structure dia silap. Structure dia CH. Macam tu. Kenapa tak boleh tulis CH? Sekejap. Cikgu tunjuk kali lain lah. Clear sikit. Okay, kenapa tak boleh tulis? Kenapa cikgu tulis macam ni? C triple bond. C kan. H. Macam tu. Kenapa bukan CH? Kenapa bukan macam bawah tu? Can anyone give me an answer? Kenapa yang atas tu betul? Ni betul tapi yang bawah ni salah.
Teacher, I don't think the atas one is the one you wrote just now.
Yes, sama lah CH. CH3.
No. I think you wrote H dash C dash dash dash
Nah,
C
didn't
H.
matter pun ada dash between this. Okay. Nanti kita akan belajar type of nak tulis ni. Okay, kenapa bawah ni wrong? Because H ni is not bonded to C yang ni. Okay. Dia tak bonded to this one. Dia tak bonded to this. Dia cuma bonded to CH yang ni saja. So kalau do the structure secara besar, it will be C triple bond macam tu kan, and then you have dash ni. Macam tu lah. Macam tu. So atas yang ni salah. Yes, so C share with C yang triple bond tu. Carbon, remember apa yang Franklin cakap tu? Carbon is always need untuk satisfy dia needs 4 lines. Tak kisah line dia macam mana pun. Example kat sini kan, carbon ni you have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon yang tengah ni. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, settle. Carbon sini 1, 2, 3, 4. Settle. How about this? Yang tadi ni. CH4. Okay, C tengah ni dia have 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 line. Okay, settle. Kalau double bond macam ni, C double bond 2. Okay. Macam mana kita nak draw for C double bond? Okay, C double bond. So what happen to dia punya structure? Kalau untuk double bond, nak satisfy 4 lines tu. Apa yang tu? Okay, you need extra 2 line lah untuk hydrogen. Sama ada dekat sini. Paste kat situ. So remember C ni sentiasa kena ada 4 lines yang ada. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So C ni dah balance. Okay. While H ni only needs 1 line only. Because 1 line tu refer to one pair of electrons being shared. While carbon, they have only 4 kan, 4 valence electron. So it needs 4 more electrons lah. Ya ke? Needs 4 more electron. Jadi share. So ni 8 lah. 4 more lines tu. 4 lines lagi yang kena ada. Apa dia Isyau?
Teacher, I don't get it. Is that C2 and H2? They use triple bond and single bond. So which one should we put?
No, it depends on how many hydrogen yang ada.
No. I mean, which category should we put in? Triple bond or single bond?
Can you repeat the question back?
Like C2H2, we use single bond and triple bond, right? So which one should we put? Single and triple.
Okay, the important one adalah the carbon tu, dekat carbon. Between this carbon ni. So macam ni, this is adalah double bond. So the carbon dengan carbon ni. So this is alkene. K-E-N-E. Okay, kalau yang tadi ni. Okay, this is triple bond. The important thing ni between C ni. Kalau single bond, for example C2H6. Okay, C2H6. This is single between C tu. That you need to know which one adalah double or single tu.
Teacher, but it did say that like C is the important one. So whenever we bond electron, how do we know which is the most important one?
It's not the most important. I mean the functional groups. This is for carbon. For carbon macam ni, carbon compound macam ni. But for other compounds, untuk nitrogen ke, it depends lah. But for carbon, the important yang di tengah ni. Okay, but they can be a mix of ni juga, a mix of single and double bond. Boleh jadi juga. So the functional group will be different lah. So it depends on the number of hydrogens. So okay, kalau this hydrogen, for example, you only have 6, so it is a single bond lah. Kalau you have only 4 macam kat atas ni, 4 hydrogen, okay, only 4. And then the position hydrogen ni pun will affect the names of the carbon compound ni juga. Ni akan masuk dalam tahun depan lah. Okay, the naming okay, this is only 4 hydrogen je ada. Okay, so this is a double bond alkene. Kalau triple bond, it will become CH2 only. C2H2. Macam tu. Okay, the last one ni dekat sini cikgu lupa panjang sangat. Okay, C2H2 triple bond. C2H2 dengan CO satu lagi. CO. Okay, this is O2, CO2 dengan kalau ada C2H4. C2H4 betul tak? C2H4, yes, C2H4. Okay, sorry 10:45. Okay, sempat tak pergi next question? Tak sempat lah dia. Cikgu akan sambung lah the next lesson. Okay?
But whereas when you say CO, how can it be like
Triple bond.
yeah?
Okay, jom kita buat CO. Okay, how many valence electrons C have?
6. I mean 4.
4 valence electron, 4. Okay, 4. Silap. How many valence electron does O have?
6.
6. So macam mana dia nak share? Okay, C needs how many electrons?
6 teacher, 6.
C needs how many electrons to become stable?
No, I mean O6.
Oh, okay. C ni needs how many electrons to become stable?
4.
4. O?
2.
2. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat? Okay, this is quite different because sometimes ada electrons, a pair of electrons ni, it didn't matter kalau dia tak pair dengan another compound. It can become, kita panggil sebagai lone pair. Dia alone lah, pair tu alone. Macam tu. So for CO, okay, it is a triple bond. Okay, tak nak lukis triple bond dulu. O, okay, 1, 2, triple bond is 3 lah. Okay, 6. And then apa akan jadi adalah O ni, okay, O color lain. O have 6, okay, 6. Okay, another pair dia akan satu dekat sini, dia share juga. So kadang-kadang dia boleh C ni can accept, walaupun C ni have 2 pairs ni, okay, dia akan share jugalah dengan oksigen ni. Little bit confusing. So dia akan jadi macam ni. So ada 2 lone pair. Untuk carbon ni ada 1 lone pair. Untuk oksigen ada 1 lone pair. Dia tak perlu nak pairkan tu.
Wah.
Okay, nanti cikgu show lah. Okay, CO2 Lewis structure. Video dia. Okay, nanti draw dekat sini. Okay. Klik video tu. Macam mana CO tu boleh jadi triple pair. Triple bond. Okay, kita tengok video je lah. Okay, ada seminit setengah je video ni.
Alright guys, quickly, the Lewis structure of CO. How many electrons does each atom bring with it? Carbon brings 4, Oxygen brings 6, so we need 10 electrons total. Write your atoms down. Make a bond between the two. That's 2 electrons. Now, fill your outer atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra electrons. That's 8 total. Oxygen's now filled. 9, 10. There's my first 2 electrons. Fill your outer atoms, then fill your central atoms. Now I'm just calling C central here because it's the least electronegative. You'll get the same answer if you'd have assumed it was the other way around. Finally, move electrons from one atom to another, or rather to bonds, if they don't have full octets, like this carbon, which only has 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons around it. Let's get rid of these two, make it a bond. This carbon now has 6, still not a full octet. Let's get rid of these two. Now carbon has 8. Oxygen still has its 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But here we are with the Lewis structure of CO. Triple bond between the C and the O, and a lone pair of electrons on each atom. That's the way it goes.
Okay, so tengok, remember, cikgu lupa nak cakapkan, it must be apa? Each atom tu must be octet. Ataupun duplet lah. Okay. But in this case, must be octet lah. Kita tengok balik dekat mana Jamboard. Okay, macam tu. Okay. Sebab tu, cikgu buat warna lain ni. Because to donate that, to tunjukkan yang elektron ni adalah from oxygen ni. Because they share. So tak kisah pun daripada mana, asal daripada siapa pun. Because they share. Untuk ionic compound, they transfer. So you need to know lah elektron tu daripada siapa. But untuk share ni, they only need to share je. So kalau kita tengok balik tadi, okay, C must be 8 lah, kena ada 8. Dia punya total of elektron tu. Untuk C saja. So kita kira dia C saja. Okay, 3 dekat sini means 6 electrons. Tambah 2 dekat sini jadi 8. While untuk O pula, sama juga. 3 dekat sini, 6. Ada 2 elektron lone pair ni kat situ. So jadilah 8 macam tu. Okay?
Wait, teacher, for oxygen, for some instance, I see that oxygen, why does the sharing between the oxygen uses only oxygen atoms?
Sharing between oxygen only use oxygen atoms?
No, like this shouldn't be oxygen have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 too much. Like where the like C, you need to when you have a single bond, you need to one atom and one atom share.
No, don't think like that. Yang tu macam ionic. Okay, ionic must be Na kena ada satu extra atoms. Extra electrons. Well, untuk chlorine kena able to accept one electron. That's why I said for ionic, it is important to know electrons tu daripada siapa. Okay? But for covalent, it didn't matter. Oxygen tu ada berapa ke, covalent tu ada berapa ke. But the main thing adalah all atoms in covalent ni must be 8 dia punya valence electron. Tu tak kisah pun daripada mana.
Doesn't
Bukan
that
macam Na kan, macam NaCl. Must be one electron from Na. Cannot share macam tu. But from in CO ni, for covalent, it didn't tak kisah pun dia share the same electron from oxygen.
so does it mean that oxygen share 4 electrons and carbon share 2 electrons?
Okay. They share 6 electrons lah.
No, like oxygen gives 4 electrons.
No,
and
don't think give or take.
no,
That's
share.
only for ionic. Because they share only 6 electron.
Yeah, they share 6 electrons.
But C only give berapa? C only give 2. And then O only give berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. But don't think macam ni. This is only for ionic. Ionic you need to know lah. 2 from Na ke, 2 from Mg2 plus, 4 daripada siapa. But for covalent, the main thing adalah dia share. So share ni kan berkongsi, kita tak kisah pun daripada siapa kepada siapa. Hanya kita berkongsi saja. Okay, but ionic tu, ionic ni dia berkira sikit. You need to know daripada siapa dia bagi, kepada siapa dia nak bagi. But covalent ni, dia matter, siapa lagi banyak. Janji the main objective to have octet arrangement tu dicapai. Macam tu.
But the fact that carbon didn't share the same number of electron as oxygen.
It didn't matter.
Uh,
But because they want to have 8 tu, each one ni need to have, the main objective adalah each atom will have octet arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Didn't matter lah kalau C ni only give 2, while oxygen ni only give 4. Dia tak kisah pun siapa lagi banyak atau lagi sikit. Janji the arrangement tu must be stable. Okay? So don't think covalent ni macam ionic. Oh, if they can donate 2, yang ada tu must receive 2 ataupun kena ada 2 electrons. No, bukan macam tu. Okay, boleh?
yeah.
You need to change your your concept tu. Alright? Jangan limited to ionic. Okay? Alright, it's already 10:55. Okay, I took extra 10 minutes. Okay, stop recording. Okay, this is lah